going on, everybody? Chase on Two Wheels here, back at it with another first ride for you guys. Today, Triumph has blessed us with a Speed Triple RS. This is the 2022 model, and I am super freaking hyped. I have wanted to ride this thing since they launched this damn thing, and we are finally going to get it to ride it today. Quick fact, we are here at Mountain Motorsports. Mountain is not a Triumph dealer, so you can't pick this thing up. This is a Triumph loaner bike that they gave us. It is what it is. 2022 Speed Triple, here we freaking go. I love the way it looks. We'll talk about that more in a second. Let's get this video started. You guys want to see some cinematics. Y'all want to see what it sounds like. We also have a wireless key because we're fancy. Also, fun fact, did you guys know that you can turn these keys off if you press the Triumph button? Turns red and the bike won't turn on, but if you hold it again, save yourself some battery. All right, let's save some battery and let's start a first ride so Chase can get on this big old giggle machine. Alright guys, I am so ready for this first ride. Of all the bikes Triumph makes, this is the one I'm the biggest fan of. You guys know I own an MT-10. I love this sporty naked market, and if you're asking me personally, this is the best looking one. I have really enjoyed Triumphs in the past. There's something about a Triumph Triple that I absolutely love. This one does have miles on it, by the way. Okay, before we get going, I know we have modes, right? We'll press this little M button for modes. We've got road, rain, rider, track, and sport. Got it. Okay, so we'll start off in rain mode, and we'll progress down from there. Look how laggy the screen is. Watch when I press it and watch when things happen. Down. And then, all right, watch when I press in. I press in now. Oh, now it's faster. Anyway, that was weird. Okay, let's, oh, wait, hold on. Let me push it forward. Guys, I am 5'10". I've got a 32-inch inseam. As you guys can see, I've got kind of bent legs. I can comfortably fat foot this bike. I can comfortably flat foot, and I think part of that is because of this. Look how thin the seat is right here. That's kind of making it helpful. Throwing the bike back and forth without moving, it is a little bit top heavy. So when I get it leaned over, I can actually feel that weight. Yeah, I think we should get this thing going. By the way, guys, today it is a beautiful 80-something degrees here in Georgia, but the day we filmed the camera car stuff, it was in the 30s. So if I look like a marshmallow in the camera car footage, that is 100% why. Alright guys, before we get going, I do want to invite you guys to go check out our Discord. We have a C2W Discord channel these days. If you guys want to hang out with other like-minded motorcycle enthusiasts, it's a cool place for you. It's totally free. Click that link down below. But let's go. Is that cop? Woohoo! Thought it was. It ain't. Alright guys, 2022 Triumph Speed Triple RS. So, fun fact, Triumph was the first company to ever loan me a motorcycle, and guess what they loaned me? That's right, a Speed Triple. And ever since I've ridden one of these, I have absolutely adored them. I love them. I will give it to you. The old Speed Triple was starting to look a little old. You know, the look was just kind of fat, you know, kind of bug-eyed. I love the look of the new Speed Triple. It looks beefy, aggressive. I mean, I already told you guys, I absolutely love the way this bike looks. If I could afford it, I would own one, but I digress. So, it's first story, guys. Let's talk about the body positions. I will say, coming into this motorcycle, it's a naked, so I didn't think I would be as aggressive of a body position as I find myself in. My legs are, I would put it at like a medium aggression level. They're tucked in and everything, obviously, but I did not expect to be as leaned over the motorcycle as I am. From the camera car, you guys can probably see my arms are kind of down, kind of in front of me, and overall, I just find myself in a relatively aggressive body position. I know this is a pretty aggressive bike, but it's very interesting to have a naked sector, a hyper naked, that's so aggressive body position wise. It's kind of, where's neutral? Okay, got a feeling neutral might be a little bit of an issue today, but we'll find that out later on. Stuck in red light? Cool, perfect time. Let's talk about buttons. You guys know how I feel about Triumphs. These things have such a good feel on the buttons, and it looks good too. Like, I don't look at these buttons and feel overwhelmed. You know, there's some motorcycles these days, as we get more tech in motorcycles, our layouts are gonna become more convoluted with buttons all over the place. I think Triumph's done a phenomenal job here. We basically have the buttons I feel like we need, and they all feel really good to press. Like, I get a tactile feel when I go from button to button. I will say the animation, like I hit the button a second ago, that just takes too long, man, honestly. I love the way this screen looks, but why is it so slow? I don't understand. We'll keep an eye on it as we keep going here. Do appreciate the TFT-ness of it, but not a fan of, like, I'm on a motorcycle. I need, Jesus, guy. I'm on a motorcycle. I need things to react quickly because I got to react quickly to stay alive. So, let's get, oh, are we still in rain mode? Oh, we switched to road mode. Okay, good. I was about to say, that's a problem if I was in rain mode and that bike was that fast. So, road mode definitely feeling a bit different. Hold on, I'm a little distracted by this guy. Let's get that tightened up. Is that still wiggling? Interesting. That lever is wiggling quite a bit. Don't know why. I mean, can you guys see that? Look at that lever. That should not wiggle like that. So yeah, the clutch lever wiggling a little bit, but I mean, it feels fine. So I don't know why it would be wiggling. I'm gonna see if I can tighten this guy up at this this red light. Watch us not get the red light when I need it. Oh, come on, come on. Get a neutral, get a neutral. Ah, come on, get a neutral. There we go. All right, is that still wiggle? Wow, that wiggles way too much. All right, so clutch lever wiggling quite a bit. Not sure the cause of that. And this is, you can tell, a motorcycle that does not like to be under, where are we at right now? 3,500 RPMs. This motorcycle has some interesting shaking going on when you're under 3,500 RPMs. I got to keep in mind, though, this thing redlines at damn 11,500, so a much higher revving motorcycle than I think a lot of us would expect. Clutch pull's a little heavy, too, which is interesting. Like, you'd think if a clutch pull was maybe light, it would wiggle a lot, but this is a little bit heavier of a clutch. I just don't like that that's wiggling. All right, I got to look past it. We know the clutch wiggles. Moving on. Let's get some engine braking going on. Really? That's it? A little bit lighter on the engine braking, a little lighter for my taste. You guys that watch enough of these first rides know I like a pretty hard engine braking setup, and that is definitely not something we're getting here. Quick shifter so far, feeling really nice. You know, I get a good tactile feel when I'm shifting up and down. Oh, we get an opportunity. Hell to the yeah. Ho, 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 ho. Woo! Front wheel lift mitigation, baby. My new favorite thing. Oh my goodness gracious, man. Oh my God, get into neutral. Oh my God, you gotta try hard for that. This is in road? What's this one? Sport? I don't know if we go to track, guys, honestly. Let's stay in road. Let's stay in road. We're on a 1200. We're not in an area to F around, you know what I'm saying? So, looking at the dash, I'll block it off for a second. I love the look of the dash, but I feel like there's a lot of room not being taken advantage of here. Can we change? Oh, we can change the theme. Maybe that's, wait, is it just cobalt or, that's a cool animation. Cobalt or furnace? Oh, furnace looks like fire. I like it. Looks like we've got Bluetooth enabled information and stuff like that. So we love the tech side, and we're in cobalt now, so you guys will be able to see a difference. Woo! My goodness gracious, that's where the power is. Whoa. I am surprised that the power kicks on so quickly. My goodness, if this thing didn't have front wheel lift deactivation or whatever the hell Triumph calls it, this thing would be terrifying. There's no way I'm riding this thing in track mode. That power comes on so hard and so fast. When you get into that power band, it's like, bruh, here we go. Boom. It's like a shotgun of power. That's incredible. And you know, for such a wiggly clutch, the thing is really smooth. So I don't know whether to be happy. Like, maybe wiggly clutches are smooth clutches. Who knows? All I know is it feels good when I use it, and I hate it when it wiggles like that. Those are the things I know, and I'm only telling you guys what I know. All right, so we have established that road mode is phenomenally powered. Maybe a little underwhelming on the engine braking, but goodness gracious, I'm a little worried for our 40 to 80 pull, if I'm gonna be honest. All right, bike is now in sport mode. Oh, now you get into neutral. Lord help. The transmission not looking great for the whole getting it into neutral side, but clutch feeling good, buttons feel good. See, this area, I feel like we could see some stuff over here. I love the look of the dash. I just don't love, I don't know, I guess it's the layout that I'm not really enjoying. All right, guys, highway pull. Let's see how terrible the wind is. Let's see how powerful the engine is. Only 40 to 80. On a 2022 Triumph Speed Triple RS. I am excited for this. We are in sport mode or whatever, so 40 to 80 should look pretty fun. We're gonna stay. I'm gonna set it up a little high in the rev so that we can. Oh my God! Look how shaky that mirror is. Oh my goodness! I can't even see what's behind me. I don't know if we're gonna get to do a 40 to 80 pull, guys. There's people coming up quick. Let's see if we can wait. Let's see if we can wait. It's got to be from second, first. All right, go. Oh, we're at 80. Holy shit, we got to 80 fast. Sorry, guys, we got a lot of traffic on the highway. I'm not going to give you a great 40 to 80 because I don't want people to run into me. Let's see if I can get up ahead of everybody enough and then get on the brakes and actually test this thing out. All right, 80. We're going for 80. All right, here's first. All right, you guys ready? Before we get hit. Front wheels up, front wheels up, front wheels up. Very high up in the revs is where the power lies. It is a treasure at the top of a mountain that you have to work to. But if you can handle the climb, the power is beautiful. I'm gonna be honest, guys, the mirrors, they're shaking so much I can see blobs of color behind me, and that's honestly it. Not good with that. The bike's not shaky though. I don't feel shaky other than the clutch. The bike feels really good right now. Let's get the cruise control set. The wind, I can feel it blowing me around a little bit, and if we're talking about where the wind is, honestly, right there is where I start feeling it. I'm feeling it right dead in my chest. As I told you guys earlier, I'm kind of leaned over more on this motorcycle, so I'm kind of counteracting the wind. And I bet if I sit back and if I let myself lean into it, I don't mind the wind because of the body position. Honestly, I'm already aggressively leaning into it, and the wind just kind of helps me hold my body up. So, I mean, it's a naked, there's a lot of wind, but it's one of those situations where I don't super care. Engine performance is beautiful on the highway though. This bike holds all of its power so high. You know, in these naked bikes, I do expect to have a little more power down low, but this thing feels almost like a sport bike where you just gotta go after the power high up in the revs and it's there for you. All right, big turn. We got an aggressive, cool motorcycle with Öhlins up front. I have high expectations from this. Expectations granted. Oh my god. Can I just keep going in a big old circle? Bro, you're locked. You are glued to the ground on this thing. Suspension is a little bit hard, but you got full adjustability. So let's get in front of all these people. While we're getting in front of all these people, guys, let's jump it over to Cardo to see what the guys in the camera car think of this glorious motorcycle.
So we've had this bike in the shop for 2 weeks now. I've gotten to put a fair few miles on it, commuting back and forth on the interstate and such. Great machine, great machine. Very, very sporty, very, very relaxed riding position at the same time. It's been a joy to commute on this thing back and forth. It's got cruise control, which is really, really nice. Just get on the highway, put it on 85 and just cruise. The bike does everything you ask of it. Very, very, very quick porch engine size. I mean, the thing revs up to 7,000 by just looking at the throttle. So it'll get up and go when you want it to. So I've been enjoying it. Yeah, that's about all I got to say.
I do not have the experience on the machine that Luke does, so all I can give you is what I see. And I think it looks awesome. Super cool offering for the naked class. Large displacement triple has an awesome sound to the exhaust note. And engine revs real quick. Now, I love the bug-eye headlights. I love how really, truly naked that machine is. Super cool looking. I dig it. I'll have to ride that thing soon.
Thank you guys in the camera car for your opinions, and even more so, thank you Cardo for supplying awesome Bluetooth units for us to use. If you guys want to get a Cardo unit for yourself, we highly recommend them. A green light with nobody ahead? Of course I will. If you guys want to get a Cardo for yourself, there's a discount link in the description. We love them. We use them every single day. We highly recommend them. So guys, I'm trying to figure this motorcycle out. The seat's slightly harder, giving me that kind of sporty mentality. It's comfortable, but it's a little harder. I'm leaned forward more than I expect to be. The power is up higher than I expect it to be. So it feels like Triumph has made a hyper naked that leans more towards the hyper than the naked, because this thing is riding like a sport bike, a super sport would, but it's in the body of a, hey, I'm a low down grunty motorcycle that everybody knows and loves, that hates to get into neutral unless I don't want it to be in neutral. That's when it gets into neutral. I don't know what to think about this motorcycle. I want to judge it as a naked, but it doesn't ride like a naked, and it doesn't look like a sport bike, so I don't want to judge it as a sport bike. So Speed Triple RS, what are you? Are you a naked or are you a sport bike? Or are you some beautiful hybrid that was made for me? Because I can't handle the body position of a sport bike, so I don't get to ride them as often. I can't own one. And nakeds, you know, they ride different, but you're neither. And I like you. I should have passed. I knew I should have. I should have passed. I should have got to do that. It's a sport bike. It's not a naked. It's a sport bike. It's got an up-down quick shifter. It's got cruise control for comfort and reliability on the highway. The fuel is just like my MT-10. We know. We love it. We don't love it. All right, so we're on city streets now. Let's take it out of this sport mode. Let's go back to road mode. Even more towards that fact of it being a sport bike in naked clothing. This thing, very sport bikey, doesn't like to be ridden slow. You know, here we're going 28 miles an hour. Bike's a little shaky. you can tell the bike's not settled into being where it wants to be right now. The weight's fine. It's a very agile little motorcycle, as you guys can see. It feels like maybe we might have a little shorter wheelbase situation. Very nimble, especially for the weight. Feels super solid. But then you just... Dude, that power is literally... How high is it? Because we were at 6 or 7. Where's it at? God! Woo! That shit comes on. Something turns on at 8,000 RPMs, my friends. I don't know what it is, but you do not expect it, and it hits hard. And I don't know if it's right at 8,000, but it's damn close to being in that range. You better be holding the hell on, because if you're not, you're gonna get a surprise as you watch your motorcycle ride away from you when you get slingshotted off the back of it. All right, we get to go. We get to go. Watch 8,000. Right? Yeah. That wheel's got a hard time staying down over 8,000. So guys, I gotta say, for being such a big displacement motorcycle, you know, a 1200, Triumph has made you feel very nimble. It's one of those bikes, man, nimble but stable. Here on city streets, I love the feeling of this bike, whether it's the suspension or where they have the weight put. This feels great. Let's get a brake feel. Oh! The brakes are glorious. They're strong though. You guys gotta be ready. They come on relatively quickly, but they get you stopped real nice. I gotta quick shift it up quickly, otherwise I don't want the computer doing that much work. Yeah, guys, these brakes feel really good. If I just crunch on them, they are so strong off the bat. I'm very interested to test this thing out when we go to the mountains, because if you're not careful with those brakes, that's going to upset you a lot. I know we've got a lot of tech in this motorcycle, so a lot of that's probably going to keep me safe, but you know, just things to note. I know the brakes are linked as well. The front brake is linked with the rear brake, so typically it would be rear brake pedal for the rear brake, front brake for the front brake only, but they are linked up. So pulling this guy in actually actuates both front and rear brake, which might be causing that like super good braking feel. I will say, I told you guys I'm 5'10", 32-inch inseam. I'm about the average rider height, and my leg is going into the frame right here, and the bump in the frame, I'm assuming it's a weld. I can't look down obviously right now, but when I hold the tank just naturally with my legs, I can really feel that weld bump, and it is not comfortable. If I move my legs up a little bit and stand on the tippy toes of the pegs, my legs kind of go into the tank. I guess if I was a taller rider, if my legs were a little taller, I would fit this bike a little better. Oh wait, here's the red light. I'll show you guys. Let's check it out. Yeah, this little weld, these two guys, and I assume it's on the other side as well. Yeah, that's where my leg naturally holds onto it, and I can feel that as I'm trying to hold. Because obviously, if you guys don't know, if you're looking into this bike, you should know this. You should hold your weight on the motorcycle with your legs. You shouldn't be holding it on your handlebars, right? And when I do that, I don't get a really good feeling right there. I can really feel that bump. Not loving that. I don't love that feeling, and the time I'm really going to be holding the bike with my legs is when I do aggressive riding. This bike seems to want to do far more aggressive riding than you would expect. So if a bike's made to do that, why would you put a weld right there where my leg's going to be holding it? You know what I mean? Also, to be clear, we're not talking about make or break situations. It ain't like it's a needle poking into my leg. It's just there. I'm noticing it. It's not as, I don't fit the bike as perfectly as I kind of expected. All right, guys, so we're going to pull off up here for the walk around of this motorcycle, because one of my favorite things about this bike is how it looks. I know you guys already got to see it you've been seeing it in the camera car footage. You got to see it with the sliders in the beginning. We're going to take one more look at it. We'll park right here. We'll just park towards the front. Might have to pull it into... Oh, wait, there's a spot right there. Hold on. Let's back it in. Not Zach Court's back it in. I ain't like that. That man is far more competent riding a motorcycle than my dumbass. Oh, we're in the shade now. You guys can see the screen. Let's see what that Cobalt looked like. So menu, theme, Cobalt. I kind of like the Cobalt, honestly. Like the little Cobalt side. All right, Triumph Speed Triple RS. One of the huge things that they changed with this model is the headlights. The old ones were kind of circular, and it had this little shield up front. Now we've got some really aggressive looking lights, and we barely have anything. But dude, I think I can confidently say this is probably my favorite looking motorcycle as of right now. I love the way this thing looks. And this one specifically, the black, it's got the little RS right here on the tank. Just a super good looking bike. We got single-sided swing arm. I was telling you guys how great the suspension felt. We got Öhlins up front, fully adjustable. Öhlins in the rear, fully adjustable. If you're asking me, bikes don't get looking much better than this thing. I love this thing so much. I love the little carbon accents. I love the look of the frame. I just don't love where these are. I wish they were like right here or maybe up here. I know it's structural, you know, that's why they have it, but not a huge fan of it. I do wish that with all this being so blacked out, I wish the top triple clamp and the bar clamp, I wish those were black just to kind of black it out. That'd be ideal for me, but I can't think of anything else I'd want to do to this thing. I love it just as is. So guys, before we get going, I'm going to take a photo for old Instagram. If you guys aren't following us on Instagram, we're at C2WPic. I'm gonna grab a photo with my little camera, and we'd love to have you guys follow us over on Instagram. Trying to do more posting over there. If you guys are fans of motorcycle pictures, yeah, you most likely are. We'd love to have you join us over there. And if you want to see what this photo is going to end up looking like on Instagram, boom, you'll have to go there and check it out because it never looks good from camera. Alrighty, photos on Instagram taken. If you guys are also on other social media accounts, we are also on TikTok. So if you're one of the young hipster kids, says the old man, follow us on TikTok. I don't know what we're making on there, but we're trying different shit out. We're seeing what works. We are at Chaseontwowheels on TikTok. Let's go and finish a motorcycle review by Chaseontwowheels. Oh man, that triple sound. So guys, I've done the best I can giving you an overview of what this bike is, but I will tell you, make sure to check out the description down below. This is a loaner bike, so the guys and I will be able to do the more extensive testing on this bike that you guys have seemed to really enjoy lately. If you're interested in how it is as a commuter, how it is as a city bike, and more of a technical riding bike, make sure to check those links in the description. We will be doing those more extensive tests since Triumph was nice enough to loan us this bike for a little while. After the first ride, here's my thoughts on the Speed Triple and who I think this bike is really for. Yes, this is Triumph's Hyper Naked. This is also far more sporty than any other Hyper Naked that I've ridden. The body position being aggressive and the power being up so high in the revs, it just makes you ride this thing like a more like a super sport than anything else, really. I think a lot of people that are looking into this motorcycle and that might actually buy it might not realize how sporty of a bike this is. I do want to say, before you guys tell me, Chase, you don't understand this motorcycle or whatever, I think it's the opposite. I think I really understand this motorcycle. I understand that the whole point of a triple is to have this middle ground because twins are very grunty down low, right? And then inline fours have a lot of top end power. So the whole point of a triple is to have this middle ground where the power comes on earlier, it doesn't taper off until much later. I get that whole thing, but I honestly think if somebody went into a dealership and never rode this thing and bought it as a naked bike that would be torquey and fun and then rode it, I think they would be surprised to the point where if they weren't one of those sportier style riders, I don't think they would keep this motorcycle. I think they would be like, nah, that's not the bike for me. I'm looking for something that's more torquey down low and more city friendly. I don't think this bike is necessarily city friendly. Like, riding around in areas like this, the bike is not ideal. You know, you can tell it feels like one of those older Ducatis that were like the Ducati, it wanted to be just ridden hard, and if you didn't ride it hard, you weren't, you know, rewarded. That's where this bike feels. You know, it's kind of strange. All that being said, being a rider that likes more aggressive style riding but loves the body position, or not even loves, needs the body position of a naked, this bike is the type of bike I could have as like a sport bike, because it's technically capable of hard riding, but the body position doesn't ruin my back. I gotta be honest, I kind of love the absolute shit out of this thing. It's got my cruise control for the highway. It's got power modes for when I feel like not being an idiot. I'm kind of freaking here for this, guys. With that, I think that's all I got, guys. We're obviously going to do way more testing on this thing, but as far as the first ride, that's all I've got. I appreciate you guys riding around with me today. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button so we can keep making more content like this. Shout out to Triumph for letting us loan the motorcycle. We'll give it back eventually. Don't worry, Triumph. But until then, I'm going to be enjoying the hell out of it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to see more videos like it. I'm Chaseontwowheels, and I'll see you on the next one. Later. Outro crew, thank you guys for getting to the end of the video. You guys know I love you a little bit longer. How do you guys feel about this hyper naked market having, I don't know, like a sporty side of the hyper naked market? It's kind of weird. If you're somebody like me who has a bad back that wants to ride sporty, it kind of solves a lot of problems, right? I don't know. It's kind of cool. I kind of love it, but you guys let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Make sure to put OC in your comment. That's how I know you got to the outro crew, the end of the video. And of course, make sure to hit the like button. I love you guys a little bit longer, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.